All right, good afternoon, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart. It is Sunday afternoon, November 17th, and this is some trade ideas for the coming week. We'll talk about some of the ones we talked about last week, and then we'll talk about some new ones. So the first one out of the box here that you can see is Mosaic. We talked about it last week. I got into it. I told you I got in down here. I guess it actually was on the 8th on this pullback. I got a signal here, and I got back in on the 8th. And not back in, got in on the 8th. Sorry about that. Okay, so here's what happened to me on Friday. I ended up getting out. I ended up, I'm very irritated with myself on this trade. Okay, I made 60% profit in 5 trading days. I can't complain about that. That's nice. I still should be in this. And what happened to me is I started watching it during the day on an intraday basis, and it went up, and then it started pulling back, and I didn't like the way it was acting, and I took myself out to protect some profits. And in reality, if I would just not look at it during the day, because these are daily trades, not meant to be intraday trades, and then look at it, say, at 2:15 in the afternoon, which is what my recommendation would be to you guys, 2:15, 2:30 in the afternoon, because the close is the most important thing. How is it acting on the close? What is it doing? And guess what? It came right back and rallied right up near the high of the day. So if you're in this, I would stay in it. It's not telling you to get out. There's no negative divergence. The blue line is above the red line. Selling pressure is in place, and the target is right up in here, looking to close the gap. I would still have a target of 52 is where I would look to get out. Now, you're going to get above the Keltner channel here pretty quick, so it'll be interesting to see. But, again, that was my target is 52. But I'm out, got a profit, and I'm moving on. So that is that. Let's look at silver Wheaton. Okay. A week ago, I was bearish on this stock, okay, and that was before right here. Okay, this was last Friday, the 8th. So when I was assessing this last weekend, I was still bearish on this stock because I thought, okay, we're in a still downtrend. Now, as we rounded back up Thursday evening, I started taking a look at this from an Elliott wave perspective and said, well, maybe we've got a wave 1, a wave 2 pullback. Now, I'm not saying that this is a buy signal. I'm saying there's a chance, there's a good probability that maybe this is going to turn. Okay, we're getting negative divergence in here that is now shown up from the activity of the last week, and that's a bullish sign. Okay, now we still got the 10 below the 20, 20 below the 50, so we still got some negatives in there that we're fighting. So this is one of those that you need to watch for a turn, and I would look to see. Okay, do we get a close above the high of this day, and do we get the blue line, the buying pressure, above the selling pressure? We're not there yet. So those are the kinds of things I'd be looking for in silver Wheaton. I do think it's got a chance it's going to turn. Let's look. We got 8 of these I want to get through, so we need to move fairly quickly. Facebook. Facebook, again, I talked about this as looking to turn, and, we did get a close above the 10, got a confirming close above here, but I don't believe, the trend line broke on the RSI, but we don't have the buying pressure above the selling pressure, so there's still a chance that this thing could roll back over. That's why I like to wait for this confirmation. Now, the thing to remember is you need to try to put as many factors as you can in your favor to create a high probability trade, okay? Because it's so easy, as you all know, for money to get taken away from you. You need to try to put as many things and make it a high probability trade. That's what I'm trying to do with why I'm waiting. So this is close, but this isn't what I would call buy signal. I would not put my money on the line quite yet. Let's look at Yandex. Yandex is very similar, okay? I think these things are getting ready to turn. They're breaking these downward trend lines. I got a close above, but I don't have a confirming close above this high. And when we look to see, we're breaking the trend line there. Okay, the blue line has crossed. So on Yandex, if you get a close above the high of this day, which is 38.67, we'd be looking to see, that might be a buy entry. Now, if it's a big bar and you're way up here, that doesn't necessarily mean I would say, buy. You might want to wait for a pullback to the blue line. But the thing about Yandex that you need to recognize, this is the all-time high for that stock. Okay, so you're approaching right here. This is the high trade from when it went public. Kind of pulled a Facebook kind of thing. You know, it's sold off and now it's rallied back up. It gets through this point, there's a good chance this thing's going to run. Okay, because it's off into wild blue territory that's never been in before. So let's take a look at Yoku. Again, Yoku, we got a buy signal on Friday. But a big bar, huge volume after the earnings came out. I would not buy here. I'm looking for a pullback to the blue line. Okay, so I'm looking to buy it on a pullback to the 10-day exponential moving average. Yeah, it's broken out. And yeah, it might gap up again tomorrow, but if it runs for me, fine. I just uncomfortable with the big move that it's already done right here. So that's just the way I'm going to play it. Yelp is the same way. Yelp, I'm getting a buy signal, a close up above the high here. Breaking the downward trend line, and if enough of these factors in your favor, you got the blue over the red, but the fact that it closed on its high up here, I'm just kind of like, okay, kind of similar when it was breaking out of here. You got to close above the blue, but then did you ever get a close above the high of that day? Not till here. Well, then what did it do the next day? It pulled right back. Okay, so you just don't know. I'm going to wait to see Yelp or Yoku. Do you pull back to the blue line? Who pulls back first? Okay, 6, we're talking about Yelp. 7, we're talking about Cliffs. Cliffs Natural Resources. Okay, again, I got in on this Friday right near the close. Got a close above the high here, back above the blue line, and got a confirming close above that high. So I got in. We've got buying pressure up here, which is good. I think this has got a chance to push up into here. And the thing to recognize about Cliffs is we've got this gap in prices that could easily get filled. And this is a high of 31.20, and this is a low of 35.90. So say 31 to 36 price range. Up in here, they could easily get filled as it pushes up into this channel. This is a parallel channel I created between these 2 points. You create a parallel line and run it from the top of the wave 1. Wave 3 should peak somewhere up in here, and it probably will exceed it. So that is my plan on that stock. So I'm in it, and we're now going to watch. Now, let's see. The last one I wanted to talk about is Freeport-Mcmoran. Okay, and now this is one thing I realized, that we got a mistake here. Okay, the way I labeled this. This is not a wave 3. There's 3 main rules of Elliott wave. Wave 2 can never go below wave 1. Wave 4 can never overlap wave 1. And wave 3 can never be the shortest wave. Well, the way I've got this labeled is wave 3 is the shortest in terms of points in here, so this can't be wave 3. This must be the start of wave 3. This must be, and we're going to relabel this right now, this must be a wave 1, and we're going to relabel this as a more of an intermediate wave. Okay, and this is an intermediate wave 2, and then this is going to be a wave 2. This is going to disappear, and this is going to be a wave 3. So, and this is wave 4, so we've got another wave 5 coming. We don't have confirmation quite yet. We're getting close, but I think we've got another move coming on Freeport-Mcmoran. So that's the corrective thing we've got, the correct wave count as I see it, and that's the way we'll go. Have a great Monday, and we'll talk to you Tuesday evening. This has been Joe for Beyond the Chart.